Man, I gotta tell you, I was pretty surprised when the boss paid for lunch today. I mean, he pays our salary each month, but he's never treated us to lunch before. Of course, we were all pleasantly surprised when he took out his wallet and paid the check for us.
Welcome to another Happy English podcast coming to you from New York City. And here's your English teacher, Michael.
All right, thank you, John, and thanks, everyone. It's Michael here from Happy English, and I help people speak English better. And this is Happy English Podcast, episode 722. Let's pay. English vocabulary can be tricky sometimes, especially when it comes to prepositions. The verb pay is a good example of this. Pay is such a simple word, but we can use it on its own, or we can use pay for, pay by, pay in, pay down, pay up, and even pay back. Let's check it out. First of all, we use pay for when we use money for something. Pay for introduces the thing or service we got with money, like the boss paid for lunch yesterday, or I pay for my lessons each month. So you pay for goods or services. If you want to mention how much, you can use pay for like this. Paul paid $200 for those concert tickets. Every morning, Greg gets breakfast at the company cafeteria, and he only needs to pay $3 for it. Again, you pay for goods and services. Are you generous with your friends, your family, or your coworkers? Maybe when you have a meal with them, it's your treat. That's nice, isn't it? In situations like these, you can also use pay for. You pay for someone. Like, I paid for my coworker when we had lunch at the diner. The boss offered to pay for us after lunch yesterday. On the other hand, you can use pay without for when you give money to a person who provides you with goods and services. Like, I paid the pizza delivery guy, or Jen pays the landlord on the first of the month. In most restaurants, you pay the server directly. You can also pay a bill, pay the rent, or pay the check in a restaurant. Hey, my phone has no signal. Did you pay the phone bill this month? Let me see. I paid the rent, I paid the gas, I paid the electric bill. I'm all set for this month. We also have some different phrases when we talk about how to pay. You can pay by credit card, pay by check, or pay by wire transfer. But keep in mind, when you use cash, you pay in cash. Like, I usually pay by credit card to build up miles. At the coffee shop in my neighborhood, if you pay in cash, you get a 3% discount. And I just mentioned checks. I think these days, not many people pay by check. Next up are some phrasal verbs related to using money. Have you borrowed money from anyone? If so, you can pay someone back or pay back the money you owe someone. Like, Sarah promised to pay back the $50 she borrowed from me next week. She's gonna pay me back next week. She said she would pay me back as soon as she can. And you can pay back the money you owe to the bank. After getting his bonus, Daniel paid back his student loans faster. Of course, it's not easy to pay back a big loan quickly. Most people just pay down their debt, which means to reduce the amount of money you owe on a debt over time. Like, Paul and his wife are paying down their mortgage by making extra payments each month. Emily has been working extra hours to pay down her car loan sooner. And what happens when you totally pay down your debt? You pay it off, of course. Like, Alex finally paid off his student loans after 5 years. You should pay off your credit card before buying more stuff. And finally, does anyone owe you money, but they are late in paying you? Or maybe they're just avoiding paying you. In tough cases like this, you may just have to tell them to pay up. Hey, pay up! Pay up means to give someone the money you owe them. Like, come on, you owe me $20. Time to pay up. We often use pay up when someone is late in paying. Like, the landlord told them to pay up or move out. And keep in mind, the best way to remember vocabulary like this and any other word or phrase in English is to take that word or phrase, write it in a sentence that's true for you or true in your world, and then memorize your sentences. And check this out. Do you need more experience speaking English? Well, you can get the chance to practice this kind of English with me directly. That's right. You can get more practice using your English when you join my Podcast Learners study group. There, you can make new friends. Join us for live group lessons every week where we practice these podcast lessons together. Plus, you get access to the PDF transcript and audio download for every Happy English podcast lesson in the past and in the future. And on top of that, each episode has exercises where you can practice this English point with speaking and writing, also checked by me. To learn more, just visit myhappyenglish.com and choose podcast lesson 772. Remember, learning another language is not easy, but it's not impossible. And I'm here to help you on your journey.
This podcast was brought to you by Happy English. Please visit myhappyenglish.com. Show your support for Happy English by leaving us a review. Get English, get happy, Happy English.